The latest now in the war in Ukraine, with extraordinary scenes of Russians fleeing lined up at the border for hours after Vladimir Putin's order to call up more troops. Tom Sufi Burge is on the scene in Ukraine. Good morning, Tom.
Good morning, George. So-called referendums now beginning in Russian-occupied areas of Ukraine will not be free and fair. One Russian-appointed official stating that the authorities will be going door-to-door with the police so people can vote at home. The Kremlin will soon simply claim that a large area of Ukraine is suddenly part of Russia. This morning, Russia staging referendum votes in parts of Ukraine occupied by its troops, moving to declare that Ukrainian land as part of Russia. With the Russian military campaign in Ukraine failing, this a major escalation by Vladimir Putin. And with the Kremlin bringing in a draft, Russian men rushing out of Russia. Long lines at the Russian border with neighbouring Georgia, people scared of being forced to fight. With flights out of Moscow selling out for days, according to a travel data company. Putin's draft already in motion. Relatives in Moscow saying goodbye. Overnight, President Zelensky making an appeal in Russian, laying out the options of survival for new Russian recruits. Protest, fight back, run away, or surrender to Ukrainian captivity, he says. And in newly liberated areas, Ukrainian forces clearing up the remnants of Russia's occupation. Here, Ukrainian soldiers towing away tanks abandoned by Russian troops when they fled Izium in the northeast, revealing a mass burial site in the forest nearby. In the city, Russian flags now in the trash and used as a doormat at the entrance to the mayor's office. The Ukrainian authorities back, but challenges here acute. Well, you can hear and see how desperate these people are for humanitarian aid. They've been living under Russian occupation for months, and they still live close to the front line. Waiting in line, Tanya, a mum collecting food. Tanya, what was life like under the Russians? It was unbearable, she tells us. The Russians would just appear, point a gun at you, and threaten to shoot. Russia's military draft appears to be much broader than the partial draft outlined by Vladimir Putin. One man in eastern Russia telling ABC News that large numbers of men in rural areas are being served with draft papers. There is real opposition to conscription in Russia right now. Putin has taken a big risk. Cecilia?
Absolutely remarkable scene there, Tom. Thank you so much.
Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff here. So go on, click the subscribe button right over here to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the morning on GMA.